Yeah, hi guys. Welcome back again. This is still the Movers with the Max, and here we are again to empower you, to educate you, to motivate you in matters personal finance, investment, entrepreneurship, because we want you to become the best version of yourself. So, welcome back. Even before we start, remember we have a giveaway. We are giving away books that I've written myself, and we are giving away 5 books. So we are giving away a book called Managing Your Small Business the Right Way. We are giving away a book called The Science of Success. We are giving away a book called The DNA of High Achievers, Campus Edition for campus guys. We're also giving away a book called The 10 Commandments of Sales. That's a book you should have. And lastly, we are giving a book called, Wealth Creation Made Easy. So you can claim any of those books, by leaving your comment on the comment, leaving your email address on the comment, and then we are going to get to send the book to you. Again, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can click on the bell to get notified of when we upload new videos, so that you don't miss out. Yeah. So today we have an interesting topic, and we are going to be dealing with you know 5 things that you should do if you want to get rich, because getting rich is a formula. Creating wealth is a formula by itself. So you don't just become rich by doing nothing and just staying, getting a job. No, getting rich follows principles. So it's very, very important as a person to know the principles, or what you can do to get the results that others have gotten. Yeah, so today we are going to be dealing with 5 major things. There are so many things you can do, but today we are just dealing with the major things that you can do in order to create wealth for yourself. This will make you happier, will make your family happier, the generations to come, and you're also going to impact lives. Yeah, because the moment you become wealthy, then you tend to have more options on the table. So you can be able to help other people. You can be able to start, things that are going to bring innovation. Businesses, enterprises that are going to impact the lives of men. Okay, so it's very, very important to understand that you have the potential to get rich. The only thing you need to do is to start following the principles. That is very, very important for you to understand. So the moment you start following the principles combined with your potential, the God-given potential that is inherent in you. You are born with it. You don't need to add anything new to it. You are born with it. It's very, very important. Everyone was born to be rich. Everyone was born to be wealthy. Everyone was born, no one was born to become a failure. Yeah, so this is what we need to understand. All of us need to understand that no one was born to become a failure. The problem is some people understand the game of getting rich, the game of creating wealth. They know the people they have to become in order to create wealth, and that is what distinguishes the rich people from the poor people. Just the principles and the laws that you need to follow in order to be on the winning side. Yeah, so that is very, very important. So we are going to get right away into a discussion today, and I'm sure that this will be of great help to you and your family, and that will be our greatest joy. So let's start with principle number one. Number one, what you have to do in order to get rich. The first thing you have to do is to do what we call creating a system. Create a system. That is very, very important. What is a system? A system, it's like a money-making machine. This is the enterprise or the investment that is going to be making money for you. Yeah, very, very important. If you look at all rich people, they all have enterprises that make money for them, or an investment that makes money for them, or anything else that makes money for them. For example, the richest man in the world as of now, Elon Musk, has a money making system called Tesla. Yeah. Bill Gates, who has been the richest man for many years, has a money making machine. Microsoft, this guy of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, have a money making machine. Amazon, yeah. Even the richest people, even singers like Jay-Z, they have songs. These are systems that earn them money even as they sleep. Yeah, you don't have to be working to earn. So it's very, very important to create a pipeline that is going to bring wealth to you. Yeah, because money comes to people. You don't go after money. The richest people don't go after money. Money comes to them through the pipeline that we are talking about, the system. Yeah. So the question is that you need to ask yourself, what system do you have that is going to guarantee your wealth in future? Yeah, that is a very, very important question. Are you just working to earn money? Are you just working in a job that you don't love? Are you just working for someone else? Who are you making rich? That's a very, very important statement that Robert Kiyosaki asks in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Who are you making rich? Are you making your employer rich? Are you making the government rich? Or are you making yourself rich? Yeah, or the banks? That is very, very important. So, as a human being, for you to get rich, you need a pipeline. And that pipeline has to be either in the form of a business, that is something you can do. You can start an investment. Something else you can do, you can come up, with a very, very good song, come up with a good innovation that you can franchise something that you can get a patent for a good innovation. You can get a patent for a good idea. Also you can come up with a good song. You can come up with a good book. You can write a good book, of course. You can start a good YouTube channel. You can start a good blog. All these are systems that you can have. Yeah. So the list is endless. Yeah. You don't have to be confined. There's nothing that confines people, to one thing. Yeah, you can start a whole different things depending on your ability, your talents, your gifts, and all that kind of stuff. So one thing you need, and that is for sure, you need a system, because it is that system that is going to take you forward. So can you start that system today? It is not easy, but you just need to do it. Yeah. The system, when you start it today, then you are not going to get results tomorrow. Yeah, systems take time. They take time. So they take time to start, getting subtraction and bringing new money. The problem with most of us is that we expect money to come to us the moment we start building that system. So a system is going to take your time, it's going to take so much effort, it's going to take so much money. Yeah, it's going to take all these things, because you need to feed the system before it can feed you. Yeah, that is very, very important. So can you start a business today? Whatever your line is, if you're in line, engineering, economics, whatever, then you can start a system that is in line with your gifting, in line with your career, in line with your talent, in line with your ability. Now, let's look at point number two. Point number two, if you want to get rich, you have to get others to work for you. That means you cannot be working for yourself or working for others and expect to get rich. That is important. The richest people in the world and people who make money over time are people who have others working for them. Yeah, you have others working for you. That means you are going to use money to buy time, not the other way forward. We say that poor people, they sell their time to get money. Rich people sell their money to get time. Yeah, that is very, very important to understand. So, as a person, are you selling time or buying time? That is the whole difference. Are you selling time or buying time? The moment you go to work, you are there for, let's say, 9 hours, 8 hours per day. So are you buying time or selling time? At that time, you are selling time. That means the 8 hours you have, you are selling, that, time to get some money, which is also good, not bad, because everyone has to start at that point so that you get the experience and the exposure, the networks to build your own system. But you cannot remain in employment forever. What I advise people to do is that you can create a system on the side, what people call a side hustle. So what you can do is that you can start building a future, over time. That means, when you get, when you finish working every day, then you embark on building your system. Embark on building your system. Of course, that system can be a business, marketing your book, writing your book, whatever you want to do. Then you need to embark on building your system in the evening. You don't have, because systems take money, so you need money to grow the system. So you need maybe to work if you are not privileged to have any other source of income. So you can work as you grow your business. As your business grows or your investment grows, then what can you do? You can quit and move on, and go full time on your business. So that is very, very important. So in all you do, if you want to get rich, you have to master the art of buying time, and not just buying time, but buying quality time. Buying time, what we say, good employees are free. That means the value they add to your business is so much as compared to the amount you pay them. That means they are bringing you more value than they are gaining from you. So they are free. Yeah, in fact, they bring value to your business rather than subtract in terms of salaries and wages. So maybe if you pay them, let's say, in terms of dollars, maybe let's talk of $1,000 or something. So if these people, you pay them $1,000, then they bring you 2,000 or 3,000 or 10,000 or 1 million. Yeah, that is what buying quality time means. So you have to measure the people who are working for you and make sure they are not making you lose value. Yeah, they are making you gain value. They are adding value to your business. So that is very, very important. Can you master the art of buying time, not selling time? Even if you are selling time at the moment, then you need to adjust so that you start buying time. Don't sell time, start buying time, because money is not the greatest resource or the greatest, advantage you can have if you want to get rich. Money is important, but it is not as important as time. Time is the greatest factor that people get. If you want to get rich, time is the greatest factor that you can employ. The greatest, what we call, factor of wealth is time. Yeah, because you need time. And you can, if you don't have time, you only have 24 hours, then you can complement that by buying more time from other people. People who are ready to sell their time. You can always, people are always ready to sell their time. So you can always get that time from them by paying them a wage or a salary. So that is very, very important. That is the second thing that you need to do in order to get rich. Number three, you need to think long term. This is also very, very important. All rich people think long term. You cannot afford to think short term. Don't just think of today, tomorrow, this week, this weekend. That can't work. You need to start thinking long term. That means you are thinking 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even thinking about where you want to die from. What kind of wealth do you want to have? What kind of, financial ability do you want to have? The financial muscles. What kind of inheritance do you want to leave to your children? Yeah. So that is very, very important. So as a person, if you want to get rich, then you need to stop thinking short term and start thinking long term. Can you broaden your mind and start seeing the big picture? The big picture. Think outside the confines of 1 month or 2 months or 1 week or this weekend. Yeah, you need to start thinking outside those confines, because the moment you think short term and you want to create a system, it doesn't work. Because the moment you think of what I'm going to get at the end of the week or at the end of the month or at the end of the year, then you tend to get discouraged, because, as we said, systems take time. Yeah. So the moment you just start thinking about next month, what am I going to do next month? Or how much am I going to have at the end of the week? Then that is not going to work. So you need to start having what you call long range planning. You need to plan for the long haul. That means, start planning 10 years from now. Can you ask yourself how you want to die? Someone said, I think it's Bill Gates who said that, being born poor is not your problem, but dying poor is. Yeah, it is your problem. By all standards and definition, dying poor is your problem. Is your fault. You cannot blame anyone else if you die poor. So can you have what you call reverse thinking? So if you want to die, let's say, having $1 billion or something in net worth, or 100 million, or whatever you consider success to be for you, then you need to start thinking, reverse. That means if I want $1 billion, by the time I'm dead or something, by the time I'm 80 years or 90, and right now you are 20, 30, 40 years, then you need to start asking yourself, what am I supposed to do to get to that, milestone or something of that sort. So you reverse, you get the result first, and then you start reversing to get the kind of actions you need to take in order to get to that milestone. Something else you need to do, you can start asking yourself, what kind of a person do I become in order to reach my goal? Yeah, because your goal is long term, but what kind of a person do you need to become in order to reach that milestone? So that is very, very important. You need to become, what kind of a person? Because wealth creation or success is not more about doing; it's more about becoming. Who am I becoming? What kind of a mindset am I developing? What kind of energy do I have? How do I view people? What kind of a mentality am I having? All these things are very, very important. What kind of knowledge, what kind of wisdom, understanding, and all these things do I have in order to get rich? So it's very, very important, number three, to start thinking long term. Because if you think short term, you're going to give up. Yeah, you're going to give up. And if you think short term, then your fresh is going to want some form of instant gratification. You cannot do what we call delaying gratification. That means you cannot delay gratification. Gratification is satisfaction. You cannot cease to eat chicken today for you to be able to go to, to be able to fly to whatever city you want in future. Yeah, that is it. So the moment you start thinking short term, then you're going to have some, you want instant gratification, which is not good for success. So the moment you start thinking long term, then you can be able to delay gratification because you want success in future. That is very, very important. Now, point number four, if you want to get rich, then you need to be able to create networks with rich people. Yeah. It is always said that if you hang around for poor people, then of course, this is not rocket science. You don't expect to be rich. You'll be the fifth one. Yeah. If you hang around, five or whatever, poor people, miserable people, disappointed people, discouraged people, people who have given up, you don't need anyone to tell you that you're going to be the next one. Yeah, you're going to be the next one. So can you practice hanging around, rich people? This is the reason why you should hang around rich people, because the first and the most important reason is mindsets are contagious. That means the more you hang around rich people, then the more you get the rich mindset that is supposed to catapult you to success. Remember, even as the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. This applies also to a woman. So as a man thinketh, so he is. So it is the way you think that determines what you are going to have in terms of success. Yeah. So your mindset is the one that is keeping you poor. You are poor because you have a poor mindset. You are rich because you have a rich mindset. Now, the more you associate with rich people, the more you get, the more you are going to get the rich mindset. That is it, the rich mindset. And it is that rich mindset that bring rich results, wealth. Yeah. So it's very, very important to start networking with rich people. Do not fear spending, to join a club or something, an organization that, for rich people or something of that sort, or a sport. Yeah, it's very, very important because that investment is going to pay dividends. Yeah. Can you take people for lunch? Take rich people for lunch. Don't borrow them money. When you come around rich people, do not borrow money. Can you borrow advice? When you borrow advice, money will follow. But the moment you meet a rich person and you're borrowing money, then they tend to detest you. That means they are not going to like you, because rich people don't like people who borrow money, because they know it is not money that make people rich. So can you meet that rich person, take them for lunch and pay it yourself, and then tell them, can you give me advice, give me 5 tips, just give me 5 tips or 3 tips, these secrets that have gotten you to where you are. They're going to be happy. They love to share tips and advice that is going to make you rich. Yeah. So that is very, very important. So can you start having you know can you start scheduling things that are going to make you meet rich people? Yeah, whatever they are, meet them there. Do not expect them to come to you. Do not sit down and expect a rich person to meet you by. No, you have to be where they are. Start a business that solves problems for rich people, and something of that sort. So it is very, very important, and that is something that you ought to consider and do if you want to get rich. Now, point number 5, and this is the most important. Number 5, if you want to get rich, is what we call discipline. This is not a word that many people have, but discipline is very, very important. You cannot get rich without discipline. You need to discipline yourself to work, discipline yourself to work hard, discipline yourself, not to eat everything, not to consume all your salary, discipline yourself, not to look rich. For example, you have a salary of, let's say, $1,000, and you are living in a house, that you are paying rent half of that amount, or 60%. That is lack of discipline. If you want to get rich, then discipline is at the forefront. You cannot get rich if you cannot discipline your desire to eat, your desire to be comfortable, even your desire for sex. Yeah, that is very, very important. Your desire for women, your desire for men. Yeah, you cannot get rich if you cannot discipline yourself. You need to discipline yourself. Yeah, you don't go after everything. You don't go after, all, you feel like taking chicken and you just go around taking chicken. No, you need to discipline yourself. When you feel like sleeping, you don't need just, to gratify that desire. You cannot just do that, because the moment you do that, then you lose time to go and work. You cannot fail to discipline yourself. You cannot fail to discipline yourself. So can you deny yourself through discipline? Deny yourself through discipline. Think about, whatever sacrifices you can make in order to have a more wealthier future. Yeah. So that is very, very important. So those are the 5 things that you need to do in order to get rich, in order to get wealthy. We said number 1, we talked about creating a system. Number 2, we talked about buying time. That means you need to get others to work for you. Number 3, we talked about thinking long term. Number 4, we talked about networking with the rich people, and number 5, we talked about discipline. So that is very, very important if you want to get rich. And as we said, you have the potential. The only thing you need to do is to you need to follow the principles. Yeah. So that is very, very important. So thank you very much for watching this video. I remind you of our giveaway. You can get your book by following, can you check on the description or a pinned comment somewhere down there, and you are going to get your free book, or even your free books. Yeah, we can give you as many as you want, and these books are going to be a blessing to you. They are going, to lift you up, empower you, educate you, inspire you, and all that. So be sure to check our next video. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and to subscribe. We love you.